Welcome to Pixel Geek Smackdown. I am your host, Mike, and with me is my co-host, Dan. Say hi.
Hello, everybody. It's been a while.
They won't know that. This will go out weekly because I'm like that. So it may take us half a year to record, but they'll get a weekly release.
Oh, okay. I didn't know how we were doing it.
In theory, that's what I'm planning to do. I,
Okay.
at least a little behind the scenes footage. I'm gonna hopefully just blast out all the recording and or editing, I guess I should say, in maybe 2 to 3 days, and then release it like every Friday. That's what I was planning.
Sounds good with me.
I'll let you know when that happens. I honestly I have been fumbling with my own editing, so life has been
Yep.
kind of chaotic. But
So let's just say we started this. We started planning this last December of 2023.
and we might actually finish by December 2024.
Well, right now it's like the beginning of August 2024.
So today we're going to be talking about all of the Dragon Ball movies and TV specials. So that is,
Well, I
go on.
see of them. I seen like probably like 80%. So I'll say the ones that don't really mean anything to me. I feel bad, but I watched Dragon Ball Z way out of order.
You did. We've been over this, and I swear one of these days, me and you are gonna just sit down and binge watch it. So the last time I watched the entire series from episode 1 of Dragon Ball to the end of GT, because I don't have Super yet, I don't have the money to buy Super. It took me about 2 weeks of just nothing but watching Dragon Ball.
I should have doing this during the beginning of COVID. I probably could have done that.
Yeah, but I mean, what did you watch in the beginning of COVID? 'Cause I know you watched a couple things.
I watched. Okay, so I rewatched all of Sopranos.
Oh wow.
Majority of The Simpsons. I stopped after season 20. What else did I watch? Mm, I want to say all of. Fuck, I don't even remember. Dinosaurs. I watched all the dinosaurs again, but that's only like 4 seasons, so that was easy to watch.
You know, thinking back,
But during the beginning of COVID, it was just like I hardly slept. I was just me watching TV the pretty much the whole time we're playing on my Switch.
I'm trying to think because like for most of the, so I didn't work for 1 month. I when COVID hit, I worked every day, and then the month of May of 2020, I didn't work. I was furloughed because they didn't need me, and then literally June 1st, they had me back to work. I just did nothing but work. Even when I was not even at like the office, I still worked because it was a fucking mess. But
Well, for me, it's what I do is like I work with the public, and we weren't essential. So I was furloughed in March all the way until September. Worked for 3 months, and then we were furloughed again until April.
and then like you didn't really. What did you do you just watch like TV show and shit, or like I remember we talked a couple times, but
Yeah, we should have had more time to talk and shit. Looking back at it.
yeah, literally for the month of May I did nothing except record and start doing YouTube again. But I mean that was what, 4 years ago now.
So, and then I only went out once a week to the market. That was it.
I'm trying to think because outside of work I didn't really do much. I just came home.
Yeah, so it was just TV, but I should have did the gone back and watched all the Dragon Ball stuff.
I mean,
Watched the first couple of seasons of Power Rangers, and I remember that.
I've recently had a friend who's our age. He had never watched Power Rangers before, and I got him to watch the first season, and he was like, "What the fuck am I watching?" I was like,
another Batman the Animated Series. I
"Oh,
watched that.
did you watch the Cape Crusader yet? The one that just came out?"
No, I haven't seen that yet. I heard it's good though.
Me too. It supposedly takes like cues from the animated series. That's why I remembered.
I like how we're just not talking about our topic and just talking about random.
I mean, that's what podcasts are. We just kind of get on one topic, then somehow we will talk about. We went into COVID, so. But one day we'll.
Everybody, because I guess it was my fault.
No, it's okay. I think the better that we just kind of like bullshit and ramble. It's fine. I mean, it's not that big of a deal.
I'm pretty sure somebody out there is like, give us the freaking ranking.
We'll get there, you baddies, you pansies. But I was gonna say, if it took 2 weeks to watch all of Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, and then the movies and specials, with Super, that's now gonna be probably another week, because I mean, Super has 130 episodes, I think.
So it'd probably take a month to watch everything if you didn't count eat or sleep and going to the bathroom.
We'll get to there, but I was just saying, when I watched the Orange Bricks, which was the Dragon Ball seasons, and it had 36 episodes a season, literally 12 hours, I did nothing but wake up, watch Dragon Ball Z, and sleep. Obviously go to the bathroom and eat, but it still took me a week a season. So
okay, that doesn't sound too bad.
yeah, so it's not super bad, but I mean, it can get a lot, because I mean, there's 5 seasons of Dragon Ball, 9 seasons of Z, and then 2 seasons of GT. Unless you count, well, there's 3 arcs of GT, but there's only 2 seasons, so give or take.
Yeah. Not unless you count the last episodes.
Oh god, that's actually included in the GT seasons. That's the first 16. Yeah, that's the first 16 episodes of GT.
So for like the bricks, they put those in there.
Yeah, and then
because I remember they were selling the GT DVDs. They skipped the first half.
Well, yeah, because Japan didn't like them. So then when it was brought over here to America, they're just like, well, if Japan didn't like it, odds are America's not going to like it. So we'll just do a little compilation of it.
Yep. Because I remember when the GT, it was like they would do 2 DVDs. I don't think they were doing VHS anymore after that, right?
No, I think Boo was the final arc that had VHSs.
Okay, because GT had because I remember getting them at Target.
I went to I went to Suncoast originally, and then I went to FYE.
Mm-hmm. But I remember I got majority of the GT ones at Target.
I'm trying to remember. I think I still have the very first GT DVD I have somewhere. I'll have to look for it. But going back to our topic now, we did a ranking of all the series and all the specials for the series. That includes Super now. Granted, there's only technically 2 movies for Super, so I organized it by the Dragon Ball, then Dragon Ball Z, then Dragon Ball Super, and then the TV specials. You just kind of threw everything together in a list.
Yes.
So,
but like ones that I didn't I only seen like once. You know what I mean? And yeah. I don't really have for it. I would feel like, okay, I can't really talk about it.
All right, so we're just gonna what I kind of wanted to do was, let's just start with Dragon Ball. Have you seen all 4 of the Dragon Ball movies?
Yes, but I don't remember any single one of them.
Okay, so
this is gonna be on you.
So what I'm just gonna do, the 4 Dragon Ball movies are Curse of the Blood Rubies, Sleeping Princess and Devil's Castle, Mystical Adventure, Path of Power. The first 2 I don't really remember at all. Mystical Adventure I vaguely remember. I remember Path of Power the most, because that was the one where they redid the beginning arc of the Dragon Ball, and then they animated it with up to date quality and stuff, and then they had the scene where Ader dies and Goku goes crazy and blows a hole through the Commander Black's chest in the mecha suit. I don't know if you remember that at all.
No, I don't remember that at all.
So what I did, since you don't really remember, I did a ranking of 1 through 5, 5 being the worst, 5 being the best, 1 being the worst. So Curse of the Blood Rubies, I gave it 2 out of 5. Sleeping Princess and Devil's Castle, 3 out of 5. Mystical Adventure, 2 out of 5, and Path of Power, 4 out of 5. I don't know if you did something similar to that.
No, I didn't.
You just kind of ranked it to what you remembered.
And then I want to talk about a little bit of the movie.
Okay. Anything that you want to mention about Dragon Ball before I just kind of blast through and we just go to Z?
I'm sorry that I don't really have a remembrance, but like I always say, I watched Dragon Ball super fucking weird.
You really did.
I haven't even seen 2 of the seasons, I believe, from Dragon Ball, and everything else I've seen except the Super stuff.
What didn't you see of Dragon Ball?
The one with the Red Ribbon Army,
Okay.
Bobbity,
Oh, okay.
because I seen the first two seasons
Right.
where Bulma meets Goku, and then the tournament,
Right.
and then the next season I didn't see is until they did the next tournament with Tien Shinhan, and
Oh,
then
okay.
I watched all the Piccolo.
Piccolo Daimu and then Piccolo Junior.
Yep.
Did you watch the filler arc at the end of Dragon Ball?
No, I don't think I did.
It was, if I remember correctly, it was Goku and Chi-Chi were gonna get married, but then the fan or the fire to some other
Oh,
world.
so that's not canon.
Yeah, that's not canon.
Okay, so I did see that then.
Yeah, that's a weird arc.
I believe they put that on the DVD.
Yes. Do you even have a DVD player left?
We have the Blu-ray player.
Does that play DVD? It does, right?
I believe so, from what I remember.
I can just let you borrow the
Or
DVDs.
Players.
I have them
But
still.
it just sits there. We haven't used it in like years.
You're like, it sits there menacingly collecting dust.
I'm looking at it right now because I'm shooting in the living room,
Oh,
and it's dusty. I'm staring right at it.
you're just like, man, it's dirty. Man, I'm pretty. Anyway, Z, Dragon Ball Z. There are 15 movies classified in Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, so I have 18. So some of them are not technically supposed to be on this list.
Well, I mean, you probably put the TV specials in there too.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, because I mean, when we got them over here overseas, the TV specials were considered a movie, but then when you look it up under Wikipedia on the Dragon Ball Wikipedia, it's not classified as a quote unquote movie release.
Okay.
That's how I did it. But so I'm just gonna ask you, what is your favorite of the original Dragon Ball Z movies?
So that would be from, was it Tree of Might or Dead Zone?
Dead Zone was the first, and then technically Resurrection F is the last one.
Resurrection F. That's the one with Frieza coming back, right?
That's one that we went to Fullerton to see.
Oh, that's the one that had the cockroach in my cup holder.
Yes.
So my favorite one is probably the Legendary Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Not the one we went to go see at the theater, the other one that came out on DVD.
I know. We were still young whippersnappers when Broly came over here.
Yeah, so that's my favorite one.
Okay. What is your least favorite one?
The By Broly.
The bio one?
Yeah, where he's all like that muck kind of guy.
Where he comes back in the goo, and then Goten and Trunks and Android 18 and Hercule kill him?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck was that?
The only thing I like about that movie is that we get Android 18 gets an actual fight in the series. That's it. That's like the highlight of the movie, really. My favorite movie of Dragon Ball Z would probably be for the longest time it was Cooler's Revenge, but when I rewatched them not super long ago, but when I rewatched them, I really did enjoy either World's Strongest or Tree of Might. I think World's Strongest would have to be my favorite.
Mm.
And then my least favorite, I had to agree, Bio Brawly sucked so bad. Like I said, literally the only highlight in that was Android 18 getting in an actual quote unquote fight. And even then I wouldn't know if you would really consider that a fight. But so I'm gonna just tell you the movies that they were released, and you tell me on how you rated them, or if there's anything you want to talk about. Okay. All right, so the very first one, Dead Zone.
Never, like, at once, can't really talk about it.
The only thing I remember about Dead Zone was the random scene where Gohan gets super like high drunk or whatever off the fruit and then pees on Krillin's head. Do you remember that at all or no?
No, I don't remember that at all.
All right, good. So I just sound like a fucking crazy person. I put that 2 out of 5. World's Strongest. That's
the first three, right?
Yeah, that's the one where you have the doctor that tries to take over Master Roshi's body, but then find out Master Roshi's actually super weak at this point, and Goku comes in.
Another one that I seen it, but I don't remember.
I put it at a 4, mostly because the fighting's really nice to watch. Tree of Might.
Same thing. I can't really say anything about that one.
I put it at a 3. I enjoyed the fighting, and then actually seeing Tien and Yamcha do something was nice. Lord Slug.
Okay, that one is on my list. I put that was number 9.
Okay.
So that was, I don't remember if that was the first one out of the movies I saw or the Revenge of Cooler. Cooler's Revenge.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Because I had the DVD set. It came with Lord Slug, Cooler's Revenge, and the Return of Cooler.
Yeah.
That was the first set that I got.
I was trying to think because I mean I think the first Dragon Ball Z movie I saw was either Dead Zone or Cooler's Revenge. I still have the VHS. That's how old I am.
Well, because I got into like late.
Yeah.
So they were selling the box sets because they had the first 3 in a box set that I remember, and then they had this one and this set in a box set too.
I think at the time.
I think the other ones didn't have the box sets.
Yeah, because I was like, I think by the time that you got into it or were watching it, I think the first like 9 or 10 movies were out already. But I don't remember. I mean, by the time we met each other, Dragon Ball Z was over, so I think.
Yeah, it was was GT over at that point, or was it almost over?
I think it was almost over, because I remember us talking about GT in high school.
Okay.
I don't remember what, though. I don't remember what we were talking about, and like what we were, we referenced, but.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, why I looked this up. The next movie was, the only thing I really liked about Lord Slug was the false Super Saiyan bit. That was cool.
Mm-hmm. So my favorite scene was when the whistling with the King Lord Slug's hearing.
Oh God. I remember that. I think the false Super Saiyan was my favorite part. Cooler's Revenge was the next one.
Okay, so I put that as my number 2.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, because that was like one of my favorites for a while until the Broly movie came out. I just like the what was my favorite scene? Where he thinks he kills Goku, but he didn't.
Yeah, that, I mean, there's the part where Goku just goes Super Saiyan and freaking resurrects the bird was always like, what the hell?
Yeah, I didn't even know he could do that.
Well, I mean, did you watch? So you watched the DVD, right?
Yes.
I don't know if the DVD has the original music, because on the VHS they had this was at the time when Dragon Ball liked to use like the alternate punk music.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what song. I think it was like Change or something. I need to look that up.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was, but it was because doesn't he like send him to the sun?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I like, and he gets all like burned up in there.
He freaking he pushes the solar supernova, I think, back into his face or something.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Let's see. I'm trying to music. Here it is. It was Disturbed. Yeah, because what they did back in the old days with Dragon Ball Z, they used to use like Drowning Pool and Breaking Point and Disturbed and Deftones. And it was Change. That was the song that I keep on thinking of.
I don't think it was on the DVD.
I doubt it, because they're like, whoa, we can't afford that shit.
Yep.
I gave mine a 3 out of 5. I like the first one. The second one I hate.
Oh, me too.
Ironically, movie 6 was Return of Cooler, so.
Okay, so that on mine is number 17.
Oh God.
Because it's just like I couldn't get into it. The only thing that I like about it is Vegeta and Goku Super Saiyan fighting the metal cooler.
Yeah, the mechs, and then I mean, granted, at this point, I get the original and the abridged mixed up because the abridged does so much better.
Yeah.
The ending, like you said, when Goku and Vegeta team up for the first time in a movie to fight Mecha Cooler one,
Mhm.
and it nearly kills them. So then when they see like 1,000 or whatever, they're like, "Oh Jesus!"
And another funny scene is where they're in the when the rest of the gang is trying to escape the ship, and I think it's Yajirobe. He punches the little robot.
Oh yeah, the freaking claptraps bastard.
Yeah.
Return of Cooler, I gave it a 1 out of 5. So in movie 7, Super Android 13.
Super Android 13. I put that as my number 8 on my list.
Okay, that's not bad. It had some moments.
Yeah, like I liked when the three robots made the super mega robot.
And then Super Mega Robot punches Goku right in the dick.
Oh, and I like that. Is that where they're trying to go? And that's the future Trunks is in that one, right?
Yes. I'm trying to
But I
think.
always try, where does it take place in the timeline?
Who knows?
It's I think it's during the 10 days.
It has to be. That's the only time, because I mean Gohan went Super Saiyan.
Same with
Although
Brawler.
yeah.
It's during the days.
that was one hell of a 10 days. Super Android 13, Broly. And then right after
What? Is it during the 3 years or during the 10 days?
10 days.
Cooler, Super Android 13, and Brawly during those 10 days.
What a hell of a 10 days, let me tell you.
Is there another that would fit in that time frame or not really?
No, because I mean, after Super Android, after Broly is BoJack, and that takes place quote unquote after Cell.
Okay.
With Gohan goes Super Saiyan 2. So after Super Android 13 is Broly.
I already talked about that's my number 1.
I hate Broly. I hate the original incarnation of Broly. I gave it a 2. As Vegeta says in their bridge, he's so cool, but it's so stupid. I don't like it. I know you and a couple of our other friends think it's good. It's the best.
But my favorite thing to get to play as Broly in Dragonball Z sagas. Is it because he's unbeatable?
He just beats the shit out of you. You go Oonga Booga use.
Pretty much.
I'm gonna have to. Me and you need to play the old Dragon Ball Z game and just Oonga Booga on each other and just beat the shit out of each other.
I think you'd probably.
Well, didn't we play a couple times back in the high school days?
Yeah, and I think you kicked my ass. I think I only won like one fight, and I knocked you out of the ring.
Oh yeah, it was the tourney stage. I'll have to handicap myself when we do it.
Maybe you should blindfold yourself.
I mean, I'll just take off the glasses, the same shit. So, okay, so Broly BoJack.
BoJack, I put that as my number 13.
Wow, so far down the list.
It's just because I couldn't get into it. Like, it had its moments, but it wasn't for me.
I like BoJack a lot, mostly just because of Teen Gohan being in the Goku outfit. I think he looks so cool in the Goku outfit. And then, obviously him going Super Saiyan 2 and just punching straight through BoJack. That was cool. I gave it a 3. It definitely starts off slow, but I mean, Tien versus Trunks, that was always an interesting matchup to me. And then after that, you got Broly the Second Coming.
I put that as number 16. It's because it's like I think they ruined Broly with the next 2 movies. In my opinion.
I'm going to say something very controversial. I'm ready for it.
Okay.
I think Broly Second Coming is a lot better than Broly the first one.
Really?
Yes.
What did you give it?
I gave it a 3.5 out of 5.
Wow.
So before everyone comes at me with pitchforks, the reason I think Broly the Second Coming is a lot better than Broly the First Coming, it didn't get a super ass pull ending where Goku randomly gets powered up and then punches Broly super hard and he dies. Well, this is at least the ending with Broly Second Coming had already happened with with Cell. And then we actually got to see Goten and Trunks do something, and Videl actually got a moment. Granted, the fact that she survived being pitch sled by Broly is definitely a surprise.
And if you try to figure out the timeline, it's freaking weird.
It has to be at some point between when the tournament is announced before the tournament.
Yep.
But then Videl knows about Gohan going Super Saiyan, so, and she knows all that stuff, but that doesn't happen until during the tournament. You know what I mean? So it's like at some point in between there has to be a disconnect. But
alternate timeline.
Yes. And then real fast, I will say, going back to BoJack, a scene that I really, really liked is Goku's just like, my son needs my help, and teleports out of the other world, and King Kai's like, you can't do that, you're dead.
Well, he did it.
Yeah. And even BoJack's just like, was that Goku? Like, did Goku just come back from the dead, punch me in the face, and go home? Okay, so movie 11 by Broly, collectively the worst movie in the series.
And that's last on my list.
I gave that a 1. I was
I'm surprised you
like,
didn't
I was, like I said, the only redeeming fact was Android 18 actually got to do something. And then number 12, Fusion Reborn.
Fusion Reborn. That was number 14 on my list.
I mean, the only cool part of it was Gogeta.
Yeah, that's the only good part is Gogeta.
I mean, the second form of Jabantha, or Jabamba, how you pronounce it, he's cool. His moveset's pretty cool, where he can break into cubes and stuff. That's kind of neat. But otherwise, it's just meh. I gave it a 3. It's okay. Gogeta really carries that movie at the end. Number 13, Wrath of God. Wrath of Dragon, sorry.
I put that as number 15 on my list. The only thing I like is the monster.
Yeah.
Think of his name. And how Trunks got his sword, supposedly.
Oh, the monster is Hitarugon or something?
Yeah.
Sound like a fucking Digimon. I mean, I was...
Oh, Digimon.
Huh?
Don't know Digimon.
I only watched like the first season, so I will say that I really enjoyed a lot of Wrath of the Dragon. Like the Trunks and Tapion stuff was interesting. Tapion playing the ocarina, the sword, and like it would have been really cool to see Tapion and Trunks actually was able to, you know, pull off the win, but Goku just comes out of nowhere and uses the Dragon Fist and wins. We also got to see Vegeta saves a bunch of random people. That was cool.
Yep. When you were starting to know that he was turning good.
Yeah.
Complete.
Although you probably don't like that scene.
Not really.
Okay. So then that was the last movie for probably like, I don't know, 12, 13 years. And then at this point, we had Dragon Ball Evolution, which let me tell you.
Oh, that's on the list because I didn't put that on there.
No, that's on the list. I'm just giving a timeline. So then, because Wrath of the Dragon was early 90s, I think like 94 or 95 in Japan. And at that point, there was no more Dragon Ball Z movies. And then GT ended in 96 in Japan. So like from 96 to 2014, there was like 1 or 2 like random specials, but otherwise Dragon Ball Z was done. And then Dragon Ball Evolution came back, and the creator Akira Toriyama was just like, fuck this movie, I'm making my own movie. So then that got us Battle of Gods.
Okay, so we're skipping History of Trunks and Bardock.
That's a TV special, but I mean, we could talk about Bardock and History of Trunks if you want.
Okay, because I put those as my number 4 and 5, and the episode of Bardock number 12.
For Bardock and History of Trunks, I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. I really loved them both. And then episode of Bardock, I gave it 2. All right, so then we go to Battle of Gods.
So Battle of Gods, I put that as number 7.
I want to get some. I'm get some flack out here.
A little higher if we saw it in the movie theater.
Yeah, I don't know. I just really don't like Beerus.
Well, I remember because remember I was gonna get us tickets to go see it.
Yeah.
And the only row that was left was the first row.
I can't do the first row.
Neither can I. I was like, fuck this. And it was like the only day we were playing it too. But I didn't think that it was going to sell that well. So that's why they didn't add any more shows or extended it longer. It was just a one-time screening.
Which is really funny to me because, I mean, Dragon Ball Z has always sold well in America. I don't know why they didn't think that would be a good idea.
I don't know. All I remember is I was pissed.
So I gave Battle of Gods 3 out of 5. I like Beerus for the most part, but after like this movie and even into Super, he gets very boring. He's just the same character over and over. Same with Whis.
It's just they're just too powerful.
Yeah, because I mean, Whis is technically the strongest person in Universe 7, and then Beerus is right underneath him. And then after Battle of Gods, we got Resurrection F.
I put that as my number 3. Because we saw it in the theater.
Yes.
And remember we were like going all crazy and shit.
The only thing that I remember popping off more was the Broly movie. But for Resurrection F, I gave it a 2 out of 5. I liked it, but the actual plot of it is very kind of bleh. And then we find out.
I'll give you that.
Then we find out.
And the end.
Yeah.
Kind of you off.
I would have given it lower, but I mean, like you said, we saw it in the movie theaters and it was fucking fun as fuck.
Yeah, I think that's why I enjoyed it a lot more. Like, if I would have seen this, like, if I just saw it, like, if I downloaded it or watched it at the TV at my house, I probably wouldn't have cared for much of it.
Especially once we get to the super arc, like the actual anime. Oh man, it really sucked. Okay, so that was it. That's Dragon Ball Z all done. Resurrection F was technically the final movie of Dragon Ball Z, and then we move into Dragon Ball Super, which was the first movie, Broly.
Number 6 on my list. Another movie that I enjoyed in the theater, except for the dead cockroach in my cup holder.
Do you remember what happened leading up to that movie? Where we were just like, man, we're really hungry. Let's stop at this one place. I won't say what place, but we stopped at.
Yeah, and it was fucking pouring.
Yeah, so then we get into the movie theater and we're just shaking because we're so cold and we're wet. We're like, and then you look and you're just like, fuck, there's a dead cockroach in my cup holder. And I was like, what?
Yeah, because you got me a beer because I got us the tickets, and I was gonna put the beer on the cup holder, and there's a fucking fat dead roach in there.
That's really funny. That is really funny. I remember, like,
I had a beer for the majority of the movie because I don't drink my beer right away.
Well, yeah, you don't want to get super buzzed.
No, because I want to enjoy it.
Yeah, you're like, this costs like $20.
Is that how much you paid for it?
No, I think it was like $12 at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, this movie came out, I think, 2018, something like that.
It was either 2018 or 2019.
Might have been 2019. But I mean, I really like Broly. It was this Broly was the Broly that I've always wanted. It's a great movie. A lot, like, if you talk to other people right now, if they look back on it, apparently a lot of people didn't like it because it's so.
When we were watching this movie, yelled that I just came in my pants.
Yes.
I was like, what the?
Well, I mean, a lot of people are just like, but this movie's just about fighting. I was like, but it's so good. So this movie came out 2019.
Okay.
Yeah, because then like Superhero came out 2021, didn't it?
I think so.
Let's see. What is
I know it was in the summer we saw it though.
Yes, that was a good time. So I gave it a 4 out of 5. Broly, I gave it a 4 out of 5. That and Gogeta, that was fucking awesome. The Gogeta fight. Oh, let me try and find the fucking movies. So then the last movie that's been released so far, Superhero.
I put that as my number 10.
Really?
I couldn't get into the animation.
Yeah,
it was like throwing.
The animation definitely was you either like it or you hate it.
Yeah, it was like really throwing me off because it wasn't the animation that we're accustomed to.
I didn't mind the animation that much. I kind of got used to it.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that they don't switch over to this type of animation in the future, but I gave Superhero 4 out of 5. I really liked it. It was very enjoyable. The action scenes were really nice. Cell Max was kind of a lame villain. Like, if they're gonna bring back Cell of all things, they should have brought him back in either his imperfect or his final form, not the semi-perfect form. And then Piccolo and Gohan both got random power-ups just because the rest of the cast has gotten so powerful that they needed them. And while I won't say that's go on.
I just said Super Piccolo.
Yeah, Orange Piccolo is kind of lame.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, like, Beast Gohan looks fucking badass, but like it's just the Cell power-up all over again. Just instead of it being Super Saiyan 2, he gets gray hair. So that is technically all the movies. There are 3 specials that we didn't talk about. Heroes Legacy, which was the GT TV special.
I put that as my number 11.
Yeah, it was rough. I mean, to be fair, I enjoyed it a lot more than most of GT though. I gave it a 3 out of 5. Nothing bad.
I think this ended the series instead of being its own movie.
Well, I mean, this was the last thing that they worked on.
Yeah, but instead of like in the movie, it should have been like a TV episode or something.
I'm trying to think because it was only like an hour, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I mean, shit. And then there was a old TV special that was released on some old game, and then it was remastered for Raging Blast 2, Plan to Eradicate the Saiyans. It wasn't that good.
Never saw.
It was not good. It was very boring. The animation was kind of nice, though. That is the praise I'll give it. The animation was kind of nice. You've watched all of Team 4-Star, right?
Yes.
That was the one where it was evil Santa Claus.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yes.
All right.
With the big, like, purpley pink guy with the green, like, head thing. If I sent you a picture, you'd probably recognize it. And then there was only released in Japan. It was a TV OVA where we find out that Goku's a radish farmer and that Vegeta has a brother, and it was called Yo Son, Goku and Friends. It came out in like 2010, 2012. It was only ever released in Japan.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Apparently Vegeta has a brother named Tarble, and he marries some alien chick. I don't know. It was very weird. And that's it. That was all of the that's all the series. So
movies, or you think they're done?
I hope with the passing of Akira Toriyama, they really think about what they're going to do, because right now, from what I'm reading, Dragon Ball Z itself, like the Dragon Ball franchise, is in a really bad like rights argument. Like who that's the reason why we haven't really gotten anything, is because the like Toriyama's Akira Toriyama estate, and then you have Shueisha, then you have Toei, and then you have like two other people or companies bidding for exactly who owns what and who gets the most money.
Wow.
I mean, Dragon Ball Z is still one of the most like lucrative franchises of all time. I think it made some like 300 billion yen or something last year.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I know that is a lot of randomness, but that's just we're just kind of hoping. Although I'll take this opportunity and be like, what are your thoughts on Dragon Ball Daima, or Dauma, how you pronounce it? Or do you?
What's that?
I was gonna say, or do you even know what I'm talking about?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So there's a new franchise coming out later this year, like a new like season series, whatever, called Dragon Ball Daima. I don't know how you pronounce it. It's like Daima or something. And
is this gonna have Goku, or is this gonna have totally different cast?
It'll have Goku in them. I'll send you the trailer, or the latest trailer after this, so then you can see it.
All right.
And then, because I'm curious to see what you think of that. And then we have Sparking Zero coming out, and that's about it. That's all of Dragon Ball Z that's the only thing Dragon Ball coming out. What do you think of Sparking Zero?
Another thing I have no idea what you're talking about.
You don't know what Sparking Zero is?
Nope.
I'm pretty sure I've told you about Sparking Zero.
You might have, but I probably forgot.
It's the new Dragon Ball Budokai game that's coming out in October.
Oh shit, that's coming close.
Yeah, October 11th.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that time does move, unfortunately. But
you know what? It's probably because I've been like keeping up with other games another game that I really want.
What's the other game?
Well, it's the Power Ranger game.
Oh shit. There's a Power Ranger game?
Yeah, didn't I send you the link for it when it dropped?
You might have, and I'm gonna be honest with you, but life has been fucking wild.
Rewind, it kind of looks like the Ninja Turtles game.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so like I was thinking when that comes out, we should like try live streaming it or something.
Okay. I can do that. You just have to tell me when it comes. I will look that up right now, actually. But that's it.
You're gonna have to do a lot of on this one.
Huh?
You have to do some editing on this one.
Probably certain parts, but I mean, I think it's fine if we just kind of wander aimlessly during your recordings, as long as we kind of circle back to the topic.
Yep.
But yeah, thank you so much for listening, watching, however you consume the media these days. Like, subscribe, comment, follow, donate. I don't fucking know what is these days. What do you do these days?
I think you pretty much nailed everything in the head.
All right, good. Like button. I said that. All right. Well, have a great rest of your days, or whatever time it is when you watch this, and have a great time. And
thank you for watching, and sorry for all the randomness.
Take care.